From Warner Brothers, we have Snatchers. Now, this was sent to me from Warner Brothers. I probably should say that up front because apparently that is the trendy thing to do now. Nonetheless, this is a movie about a girl who gets pregnant, gives birth to something, and that something becomes the protagonist for the rest of the film. And let me say out the gate that this is one that's a little bit rough only at the start because we got a young cast. They're playing high school kids. They start talking in a weird lingo. And I'm not sure, considering the fact that I'm pretty much an old man at this point, if this is how kids talk these days or not. It's kind of jarring at first, some of the lingo and some of the expressions they use with stuff. It's like, if you remember Juno, remember how like Juno had like its own language almost, the way people talked? That kind of feels like this in Snatchers at times, because people say things and you're just kind of like, what? But then again, I'm old, so this may be the way things are, and after you get past it's lit, I don't know any of the new terms. That being said, the main chick, who isn't really likable at first, we must say that she's not very likable at first. She ends up meeting up with her boyfriend who just got back from Mexico, and of course, one thing leads to another, and they have a night together, and she wakes up pregnant the next day, and by the end of the day, she looks like she's 9 months pregnant. Now, all her friends are pretty much jerks, because she's a jerk at heart, so she has to go find her old friend that she, kind of forsaken to help her out, because her friend's really smart. And they end up, working on this together as a team, and of course, she gives birth, and then that's when things really start taking up like an upward swing in the movie, I'd say, because blood starts happening. There's some actual legit funny stuff. You're used to the lingo by this point, and the movie just never seems to slow down. It's like it's a good pace. I always complain about pacing in movies. This is one time where I believe the pace is on, spot on, and the movie is a lot of fun. Like I said, once you adjust to what we're dealing with here with the lingo and the type of characters we are dealing with, the movie becomes a lot of fun, has blood, has a nice pace. And I don't want to sit here and spoil everything with exactly what she gives birth to, although I'm sure if you've watched the trailer or something, maybe that probably says. I myself, I don't go into anything watching trailers. I like to be surprised. And that was part of the fun of this one, because as I'm watching, I'm trying to figure out, well, just what is she, giving birth to, and what is exactly going to happen because of what she's giving birth to. And like I said, I didn't think at first it was going to be that good. I ended up being kind of won over by the end. There is some nice blood. There's some legit funny moments. And the ending is satisfying enough. So, that being said, if you get the chance to watch Snatchers, I'd actually recommend you watch it. I give it a 3.5 out of 5. Thought it was a good, fun, bloody time. And even though it's got kind of a little bit of a rough start at first, once this thing pops out of her, which is a pretty good scene itself, then the fun just starts rolling and it never really lets up. So if you get a chance to watch that, I say you do so. It's from Warner Brothers and it's probably out right now.